Hi PowerPoint lovers! In this video, I want to share how I create a presentation design that I'm absolutely sure will level up your next presentation. Alright, to start things off, I usually begin by changing the layout to blank. Even though I'll eventually need a title and subtitle, I feel much more comfortable designing on a blank canvas. Do you agree with me? Or do you have a different approach? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Once the layout is set to blank, the next step is to insert an image as a background. If you're a regular PowerPoint user, I'm sure you already know how to do this, but for those of you who are beginners, I'll show you my usual method. To create a background from a photo, I typically start by clicking the Design tab and then selecting Format Background. Once you click that, a panel will appear on the right side of the screen. Select Picture or Texture Fill and then click the Insert button underneath it. In the window that pops up, select From a File if the image is saved on your laptop or PC, or you can use any of the other options available. In the next window, choose the image you want to use as your background and hit Insert. Adjusting the image. Next, let's adjust the image so it shifts slightly to the right. To do this, scroll down in the Format Background panel to the Offset settings. Change the Offset Left to 15% and the Offset Right to -15%. That's my way of creating an image background. If you have a simpler or faster way to do it, please share it with us in the comments. Alright, next up, we're going to add some cool elements to make this slide look absolutely stunning. Let's start with a rectangle. It's super easy. Just hit the Insert menu, go to Shapes, and grab that rectangle. Drag your cursor from the top left corner all the way down to the center bottom. Why only half? Because this is just a little eye candy to spice things up, not the main star of the show. Once you've got your rectangle, hit Ctrl+D twice to make 3 of them. Then, let's get them perfectly stacked. Hit Ctrl+A to select them all, then click Align Left, and Align Top. Now, pop quiz. What do you think we're creating with these 3? Drop your guesses in the comments below. Now, we're gonna tweak these one by one. To keep our sanity, let's give each one a name. Open up the selection pane under the Shape Format menu. Once it's open, click on each rectangle in the list and rename them. I'm going with O1, O2, and O3. Simple, right? But hey, you do you. Name them whatever you like. Next, let's hide O2 and O3 so we can focus all our energy on O1. I'm just going to toggle off the icon in the pane. Boom! Now that they're gone, we've got all the space in the world to work on Object O1. Select Object O1 and duplicate it. We're actually going to use this copy to cut the first one. But before we do that, let's tilt it. Set the rotation to 330 degrees. Now, tweak the position. Set the horizontal to 12.31 centimeters and the vertical to -0.67 centimeters. We're doing this to slice off the right side of Object O1. Once it looks right, select Object O1 first. Remember, the one you want to keep always goes first. Then hold Shift and click the duplicate. Now, hit Merge Shapes and click Subtract. Check it out. Does yours look like mine on the screen? If it does, let's keep this momentum going. After that cut, the name might change, so let's rename it back to O1, hide it, and then bring Object O2 back to life. Why hide O1? So we don't accidentally select it while we're working. Let's keep those mistakes to a minimum, folks. Duplicate O2, then set the horizontal position to 8.86 centimeters and the vertical to -1.94 centimeters. We want a cool slanted look, so let's set the rotation to 314 degrees. I'm using different angles to give each layer its own personality. Now, drag your mouse from the top left to select everything, hit Merge Shapes, and boom, subtract again. We're 2/3 of the way there. Only one left, Object O3. Same drill as before. Rename Object O2, hide it, and activate Object O3. Now, duplicate it. This one is the frontmost layer, so let's make it look perfect. Rotate it to 331 degrees. Set the horizontal to 5.33 centimeters and the vertical to 0 centimeters. You might be wondering, why use all these specific numbers? Honestly, it's just because I'm more comfortable being precise. But hey, if you want to eyeball it, Go for it. Alright, select both objects with Ctrl+A, hit, merge shapes, and subtract. Finally, don't forget to rename it O3. Now for the moment of truth. Let's see the whole picture. Open the selection pane and hit Show All. How's it looking? Does it match what you see on my screen? If something's off, let me know in the comments and I'll see if I can help you out. Now let's make these layers pop with some shadows and color. Select O3, head over to Effects and pick the bottom right shadow. It's a little subtle, right? Let's make it more dramatic. Drop the transparency to 40% and boost the blur to 30%. See that? It looks so much more alive. Now let's copy that vibe to the other objects. I usually just select the one with the effect and hit the Format Painter. That's the little brush icon under the copy button. Then, just click the other objects to apply the same style. Easy peasy. Time for colors. Let's start with O3. Since it's in the front, let's go with something bright. I'm picking orange, accent 2, lighter 60%. For O2, let's go a bit moodier with lighter 40%. And for the last one, let's go dark, orange, accent 2, darker 25%. The design is looking fire, but we're missing one thing. It's a presentation, so we need some text. Let's add a title and subtitle. I'll leave the content up to you, but if you want to steal my look, I'm using Montserrat Black at 96 pt for the title, and Montserrat Semibold at 10 pt for the subtitle. And that is my full guide from start to finish. I really hope you found this helpful. See you in the next tutorial. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the love. Bye!